far, it's been a slow start at Egypt, not what anybody expected, but we hope to see how it will go on from here. This is Goal Line, brought to you by ARM Pensions. My name is Tega Onojaife, and as usual, I have a fantastic guest from Payday Investor, Chinweze Hebuzo. Welcome to the show.
Hi Tega, thank you for having me.
How was the AFCON been for you?
It's been very slow, but it will just give them benefit of the doubt. It's the first game. Hopefully it warms up and gets better.
Okay, but before we go into all his analysis, let me tell you again, there were 3 winners last week, and this week could be your turn, but I'll only tell you the secret after this break.
During hard times, people need quick money. Now, because they need quick money, they start looking for quick loan apps. When they find quick loan apps, they realize they have terms and conditions as long as Third Mainland Bridge. With conditions as long as Third Mainland Bridge, they consider Make Money Quick alternatives. With Make Money Quick alternatives, they lose their small savings and their hope crashes. Just as their hope crashes, they wonder how they'll pay for rent, school fees, and the wedding. Then they start to sing, "Oh, had I known, had I known, had I known." As they sing, "Oh, had I known, had I known, had I known," people say, "Shebi, we told you, we told you, we told you." Don't let people say, "Shebi, we told you." Not all risks are worth taking. Download the investment app that grows your money in a regulated mutual fund. Invest right. Invest with Payday Investor. Payday Investor, powered by ARM Money Market Fund.
Welcome back to the show. I'm Tega, and I still have Chinweze Hebuzo from Payday right here. Remember, you can be a part of this show by joining us on social media, Twitter and Instagram at ARM Engage, #GoalLine. So let's talk about news from Egypt. The first news, not so good for Nigeria. Shehu Abdullahi may miss the rest of the African Cup of Nations campaign.
Yeah, that's a big blow for the team. But you know, I'm confident that we have other guys that can step up and in his place and hold the ground while he's injured.
It's been tricky because before the competition started, there were lots of sick players, and I think that affected the way Gernot Ross made his first team selection. And we saw how all that turned out. Can we say we can take that risk confidently? I mean, for the group stage, we'll be fine, but as we go to tougher opposition, how confident are we that Nigerian defense can hold?
Well, I mean, you raise a very solid point there. Like the defense, obviously, we would like to have him, fit and playing with us. But what can we do? He's not available. He's not available. I think this is an opportunity for another young player to step up and, hold the fronts in his place until he comes back. Okay,
away from Nigeria, let's talk about the big names in Africa. Sane was suspended for Senegal, so we don't know how he'll perform. Riyad Mahrez scored, but Mo Salah is still yet to get off, or set any places alight. So, what do you think?
Yeah, so Mo Salah hasn't been having a really good time for Egypt in the last 2 games. He's played for the national team. But that being said, football is a team sport, and you saw his teammates stepped up and performed and scored. And at the end of the day, what's important is the 3 points. I'm sure Mo Salah is more concerned about having 3 points for his country than scoring.
It's been really tight, not just for Egypt or Mo Salah, but for every country. Egypt winning Zimbabwe by just 1-0, and Morocco needing an own goal to scale through. Even Senegal, that supposedly had a good day, managed to score only 2 goals. Is it that the rest of the African teams have become a better competition, or the big guns have not yet stepped on the accelerator?
So I think it's a bit of both, really. I mean, you see some teams are stepping up. You see what Burundi did against Nigeria. You see Madagascar drawing with Guinea, and so a lot of teams are stepping up. But also, this is the first game of the tournament for each of these teams, and we just need to give them time to warm up. As I'm sure as the tournament goes on, you start seeing a lot more goals, and some of the big teams will now start answering their real names, so to speak, and performing very well.
Okay, how have you seen officiating so far at this tournament?
I think it's been very good. I don't have any complaints so far. I mean, I watched the Nigerian game, watched the Guinea game as well, and I think both games are very good.
Okay,
yes.
That was just to warm you up, because the next time we come back, you're going to be the coach. You will sit in Gernot Ross' seat, and you will explain to us why you had to drop Igalo for Onachi. But we'll have that discussion. Don't worry, be calm, you can do this. We'll only have that discussion when we come back from this break. So after this break, I will let you know who my winners were, how you can win, and then we put Chinweze on the hot seat. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Goal Line, brought to you by ARM. Remember, you can join this show by following us on social media at ARM Engage, #GoalLine. My name is Tega Anojaife, and I still have Chinweze from Payday Investor. Chinweze, let's talk about some news from Egypt, and not very good news from Nigeria at this point in time. Fullback Shehu Abdullahi may miss the rest of the campaign with a hamstring injury. How does that affect team selection now?
So first of all, that's very unfortunate for Shehu. I think he started the competition very well, but I think Chidozie, who was introduced, did quite well, and I think this is a great opportunity for him and any other young defender or fullback to step up and take the front seat. When
you start talking, going further down into the competition, you don't think that as a coach you may want to try 3 in the back with Ameriwa and the Oyibo wall, or what do you think?
So 3 at the back is not a bad system, but it's a system that you would need to have practiced extensively a lot. It's not something you can just switch into and just say you want to play. And I think our standard formation of a back 4 needs to hold ground, particularly when you're playing a team that is very experienced and is very tough. So I think it's just a great opportunity for a young fullback to step up and, claim that position. You never know, we might see the next Roberto Carlos or the next Ashley Young.
Okay, well, we hope on all those big names and big shoes that you want these Nigerians to fill. Let's also talk about other people. The big teams may not have delivered when it came to goals. Mo Salah hasn't scored. Mahrez did step up to his big name. Sadio Mane, we don't know how it's going to be. But Mo Salah not scoring in a home tournament on the first game, do you think it has any bearing on the performance for the rest of the tournament?
Personally, I don't think so. And you could see that he was trying his best to try and, break that deadlock. But I think Mo just needs to relax, calm down. The goals will come naturally. He's a great player, and he just needs to take it easy, and it will come. But most importantly, his team got the win, and that's what he should be focused on.
That was just preparation for what's coming next. We're just warming you up to get you to the hot seat. Because when you come back, you'll be getting raw. But before we go, I have to say this. We had 3 winners last week. Ifeanyi Abiodun Olamide from Facebook, Collins Obina, and Alao Ifelomo. I will tell you what you have to do to join those 3 to be part of the winners of our gift vouchers that we are handing out on this show. But I'll only tell you that secret, like I said, after the break. Welcome back. It's Goal Line, brought to you by ARM Pensions. I'm still Tega Anojaife. I don't change. And I still have Chinweze in the studio. But Chinweze, so we've talked about the tournament as a whole. Let's come home to Nigeria.
Back home.
So, like I said to you, you're going to be Gernot Raw. First, you're going to answer this question for us. He said that he has put his confidence in goalkeeper Akpei. How did you see Akpei's performance against Burundi? And if you were the one, are you going to be confident in him?
Well, I think he had a good performance. Played well. And I think it's also, Gernot Roy is doing the right thing by backing his keeper, because that's the best thing you can do. You want your keeper to know that you have you're behind him solidly, and there's no,
even with the blunders.
Well, at the end of the day, that's everybody makes mistakes, and sometimes you need to be able to learn from them. But what you need is a strong background, a strong support framework or support system that says that you're my man, you're my number 1 person, and I think that's what Raw has done, and that will only improve the confidence of the keeper, and which will translate to the back 4 and the entire team.
All right, so now you're gonna Raw. You've expressed confidence in your goalkeeper.
Okay.
I want you to sit in that chair and give me your starting lineup. Nigeria versus Guinea. So go.
Okay, so going on, I think we'll start up front definitely with Igalo. I say this because Igalo is the best striker we have, from a goals perspective, from a physique perspective, and I think he's the person to lead Nigeria. Yes, he made a mistake against Argentina in the World Cup. He missed a chance. But as you saw from his performance, he's ready to make up for that, with a nice finish. So I'll still keep Igalo in my squad. Definitely Samuel Chukwueze played very well when he started. Definitely going to start on the wings for me as well. Obi, in the middle, no doubt about that. He will be on the other side. And the 2 holding midfielders, Etebo and Ndidi, definitely solid players you want to build any team around. I think those guys are great for breaking up play. I also maintain the back 4, with the only exception being the fullback who is injured. I'll just replace him with Chidozie, who I feel stepped up and played nicely. We didn't concede. We have a clean sheet. So why change what's currently working? So the only change for me is Igalo up front. and which I think is a no-brainer, and he should be our definite striker.
But when Ahmed Musa came on the pitch, it added some energy and some extra bite to the front, because he really used his wing. You know that Iwobi likes to come to the center a little bit, but Ahmed Musa really used his wing and his pace up front. You don't think that has earned him a start?
Ahmed Musa is a great person that can come on with pace, you know, to outrun defenders who are already tired. He can come on definitely, and he would definitely be my first substitute, but I would move he will be into the middle to just accommodate and leave him on the flank as well.
Okay, yes. All right. So you're sounding very. Wait till we see this your formation against Guinea. We would like to talk about all this a lot, but we have only a few minutes and we need to get his predictions after the break. And we're back on Goal Line, brought to you by ARM Pensions. I'm Tega Anojaife, and I still have Chinweze in the house. Remember, you can be a part of this program by following us on social media, Twitter and Instagram at ARM Engage, #GoalLine. Now, last week, like I mentioned earlier, we had 3 winners, and this week we're going to take 2 winners to get our 5,000 Naira gift voucher. All you have to do is predict correctly the scoreline of the Nigeria versus Guinea game. That's all you have to do. And so that gets us back to you on the hot seat. What is your prediction for Nigeria against Guinea?
Okay, well, Guinea scored 2 goals, Nigeria scored 1, but Nigeria is definitely a stronger team than Guinea, although Guinea are a good side. So this tells me that obviously Nigeria needs to win that game to even qualify. And I think Guinea will score, but I think Nigeria will win 2-1.
We have you on that. At least you kept your scoreline with respect to Guinea. Let's talk about your predictions for Nigeria finish at the AFCON.
I think Nigeria will go quite far. I think at least I'm expecting a semi-final for Nigeria. At least, at the barest minimum. However, obviously the expectation is for us to win it. But just being realistic, looking at the teams, Algeria, looking at Egypt, and looking at Nigeria, and Senegal, the other teams as well, and some of the fixtures we've had against each other, I think Nigeria would do well to get to the semi-final, but I expect us to win it. We have what it takes to win it. Okay,
so now we have 2 semi-finals. So it seems like you guys mirror just showing us semi-finals. I've said it, if we get to the semi-finals, we are winning. But it has been fantastic talking to you. It was such a wonderful time hanging out with you. Thank you to Chinweze Ihebuzo from Payday Investor. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And I'm going to hold you.
Yes.
Nigeria 2, Guinea 1.
Okay.
And then Nigeria at the semi-finals. And that's it from Goal Line, brought to you by ARM Pensions. My name is Tega Anojaife, and do remember, to win our 5,000 Naira gift vouchers, just send us the correct predictions for Nigeria versus Guinea. Till we meet again, it's bye for now.